We're down here in Everglades City at the Bank of the Everglades project. It's been a while since we shot a video and updated you guys, but we'd like to show you where we've been, what we've been doing for the last 9 months. As you can see, it's our last couple of days of phase 1, which the Society is looking for some investors to help finish the project. But we've got the building sealed up and stabilized, so let's just give you a little tour of what we've done over the last few months. So I think the last we shot, we were just after demo, and as you can see, we've got the foundation stabilized. This was the major hurdle in the project. As you can see, the ground is wet right here, and this is pretty much where high tide ends up in a high tide. So we've developed some construction procedures to be able to deal with flooding if it happens in the future. But as you can see, we've got these monster footings, which are 2 foot by 8 foot long, and they literally straddle underneath the existing foundation. And then we've got piers that sit on top of these pile caps and come up and support the building. This was a lengthy process. We had to dewater the entire site. Right where I'm standing, we had 2 to 3 feet of water last rainy season. And so getting those helical piles in, or those grouted pilings, was a mission. In that process, we found a void in the ground, and we ended up having to sleeve our pilings to get everything to work. So after that was done, all of our subsurface work, then we were able to start with concrete, and we've got these massive concrete mats you see everywhere. This is a 12-inch mat that comes around and runs around the back of the building. In the back here, that's sitting on about 25 pilings, so it's not going anywhere. Then from that mat, everything was built up. So as you can see here, we've got the staircase in, our handicap ramp. We've got installed galvanized steel columns. They're doing 2 things. They're supporting the second floor deck, and then they're also providing a point to connect more steel on top of those to carry the second floor roof. So where you see the blue railing up there will be outside veranda with a roof over the top of it. To the left of that is the elevator shaft that runs up. That will get a roof on top of that as well. The existing building and all of the additions are all setting on a grouted piling system that goes down anywhere from 35 to 50 feet, depending on what the ground conditions were in that specific location. As we come around the south side of the building, you can see that we've got all of these individual pile caps as well, with columns that come up that align with the existing columns. We've the skirt wall, there was an existing skirt wall that was there before, and we've mimicked that. We ended up having to rebuild the entire skirt wall because it literally fell down when we were making way for the new pilings and grade beams to carry everything. So everything is now tied together back in the original configuration. Then you can see that skirt wall on the existing building will continue around the back of the building. You can see they're finishing up just the last little bit there now, and then that brings conformity from the existing building to the new building. All of this will be stuccoed. There's a lot of different wood details that go on it. You can see those in the renderings, but everything is meant to blend with the existing building, so when it's finished, you won't be able to tell where the addition stops or starts. Let's go upstairs and we'll show you what's happened up there. It's been some time since we've been upstairs. We finished a lot of that carpentry on the second floor, trying to make use of our time while we were waiting for casings and for the piling work to be done. So most of the second floor framing work is done in regards to walls and ceilings. So this is the auxiliary staircase. This will all be capped with stone. That's what the specifications call for. And that stone will continue up here. And now we're coming out into what we're going to call the veranda. And then there's a roof that covers this, so everything will be covered. These 3 blue openings, we painted the plywood just so it looks nice. While we're waiting for the additional funding to come in, we've added some vents so we get some air circulation while we're waiting. But these will be 3 mahogany doors with transoms above. When we come into the building, so you can see here we've left the original floor in place. We're hoping that we can continue to do that, that the floor can stay. We'll see when, but the first floor reframing will tell that. This is the existing hallway here. We haven't removed any of these walls yet, but we have installed shoring to hold up the roof line to take the load off of the floor, so that when we do restructure the first or the second floor system, that we've got the weight taken off of it. In here will be a series of conference rooms. At the end, there'll be a library. On the end down here, we have a couple of bathrooms. And then this here will be the new staircase. We have a temporary staircase in here now. It will wind down and around. It's a steel frame staircase with wood risers. We're hoping that we're going to be able to reclaim some of the old wood to make those treads. Again, to try and salvage as much of the original material as possible. What's not framed yet, which will be done in conjunction with the first floor, is a palladium window that goes all the way up from the first floor, stacks above the entry doors, and comes up in here to a radius at the top. That will continue all the way through. The floor will be notched out around that with a small railing. It's a big feature for the front of the bank. As you go to as you can see in the ceiling, we've what we call sistered. You can see the old full 2-inch by 4-inch ceiling joists. Everything was sagged, everything was cut and chopped up. So we've sistered new yellow pine ceiling joists next to it. We've done the same to the roof system. We've reinforced everything and doubled up the roof rafters up there. So everything is ready to go. Nothing else can happen until we've restructured the second floor system, which has to be done from down below. Right now we have no floor system in. If you recall, we removed that floor system to get the piling equipment in. When you walk to the back of the building, you'll see that we have an elevator shaft. This is where you'll enter into the elevator. This again here is a temporary wall, simply holding up the existing ceiling joists until all of the new beams and stuff go in. But this is where you'll enter into the elevator shaft. This is a vestibule. Elevator is through that opening there. The one thing that we can note here is you could see the deflection in the floor here, how we've got a slope and the loads. This is how the floor was originally. This is not a failure of the foundation system or actually the supporting beams. It's simply a failure of the floor joists simply having too much weight on them. So that's the reason for restructuring the second floor system. You can see that we've replaced a lot of framing members around the windows. Everything's been reframed to receive the new windows. What was around there before was either eaten up with termites or simply just deteriorated enough. We'll have to re-waterproof all of this, wrap the waterproofing around the stucco so that we get a good seal to meet the wind loads and the pressures, and then there'll be a new window detail on the outside as well as the inside. We've salvaged all of those original details and saved those units, so when the time comes, we can match what was here originally. You see we've got some hurricane strapping in because it's an old building and it's a wood frame. There is a lot of strapping that still has to be done yet. In hurricane strapping, every member needs to be tied to the foundation all the way through the roof. Because a lot of this is not typical, the engineer will most likely have to develop anchoring techniques for each individual situation that we have, as well as connecting the existing building to the new building. All of this is not typical. It's not like we could go to the Simpson catalog and pick out an anchor. He'll have to design something for each of these cases. Sometimes we might even have to make them weld anchoring systems to use. But all of that will come in phase 2. All of that will come after we've restructured the second floor system. This is the view is going to be pretty amazing here. You can see pretty much all of Everglades City. They're really excited about that. It's going to be a great building and facility for whatever use they end up. Certainly meetings, conferences, things like that. Anything that Everglades City could dream up. We've got here up on the second floor is the safe. That's the original safe that came out of the vault. We had it sandblasted and primed because the ground floor is susceptible to flooding. We figured this was the safest place to put it. It's very, very heavy, so moving it off-site is quite a mission, but it's safe up here. It's covered and not in danger of receiving any salt water. We've installed like the temporary railings. We're trying to clean this place up today so it's presentable while we await the additional funding that it's going to take to finish the project. We do have one more thing to do. The electrical supply for the house, the whole entire service is behind the staircase, you can see. The only thing it's feeding is temporary outlets. We have a temporary service at the front of the building that LCEC will disconnect this power, connect to the temporary service, and then this can be removed. And but again, that temporary service will only provide receptacles for while the work is going on. We've got some grading done. The final grade of the property will be up around where we've got that waterproofing line. So that's really where we want the grade of the building to be. There's a master drainage plan to get all of the water to the storm sewer that's on the other side of the street. But right now we are sitting too low. So we expect the property to hold water until rainy season is over. This will be the grand entrance to the building. We've got, again, stone stairs that will go up here. This first step seems really high because our grade will be up in here when we're finished. So these will be stone steps. We've got 2 light poles, vintage light poles that will go up here, as well as on the side of the building we get 2 more vintage light poles. There's a couple of them scattered around the site in the master landscaping plan as well, which is quite impressive once we get to that point. The front doors will be restored or replaced, but this entire system appears not to be salvageable. So when we remove all of this, we will replicate this front entry so it looks like the original. But the palladium window goes straight up from this doorway up to the top and replaces what used to be a rectangular window up there. You can see we got this vapor barrier here, or this black waterproofing. That's simply to keep water out of the building or from running into our floor, again, while we wait for the additional funding. As you can see, the inside, all of the footing work that's been done, which is intense. We've got those grade beams running underneath the main beam. On each side of that main beam are two pilings that go down. That 2 foot wide by 2 foot thick grade beam has a mass of steel in it with a center column coming up that supports those locations. One of the changes was they showed the same grade beams in the locations where you see these steel feet that are underneath the beam. We had to change that and to get and put the casings or the pilings on the side of the beam, and then custom made a welded boot to carry the center of the beam. We can't get pilings underneath that beam without, of course, taking the building down. So that was one of the changes that was made. Locations of the pilings were altered throughout the process, but as you can see, this building's not going anywhere. If you look inside, we could see the floor is still removed. I think last you seen we had the floor joists in place, and we were removing the old floor. We literally lopped off all of the floor joists for one reason: to get the machines in, to get the new pilings. These floor joists, which are also again a full 2 inches, will get LVLs, 1 3/4 wide, parallams, I should say, that are water resistant, that will sister next to this and run all the way and rest on top of the original. Okay, so on the first floor here is where most of the structural work still needs to be done. And what has to happen first, before we can even think about doing the second floor structural work, we have to get the first floor back in. We will be utilizing these existing beams. The existing columns will stay or come out and be replaced. They'll get wrapped with some decorative panelized columns. But the big project that has to happen is that wood beam that runs the length of the building has to be removed and replaced with a piece of steel, a steel I-beam. It will run all the way from an in-bed that we poured into the tie beam there, all the way to the front door. We have some steel also that will go in around the stairwell to reinforce that structure that now is 2 floors clear. And then what happens is every one of these ceiling joists gets replaced with an LVL, 1 3/4 LVL material, which is laminated veneer lumber. It's structurally stronger than a 2x10. There's major deflection in all of these floor joists. Like I said before, the main beam system is okay. It's the floor joists themselves that have been cut and notched over the years, and with the roof weight sitting on there, they deflected. Once that's done, the flooring can be put in. And what happens next? We've got to finish up the framing. Following that will be all the trades, the plumbing, the electrical, the mechanical, the sprinklers. We've got the drywall work that needs to be done, and then all the finishes. On the main floor here is going to be a great space. In the front corner over here will be the big reception area that will be done with a stone face and cabinetry behind. And then you'll walk in the staircase, the steel frame staircase with the yellow pine risers will wrap up and around. It calls for a cable railing. It gives it a little bit more of a library look, but we will have a yellow pine handrail on top of that. So the wood floor will go in. That will all be refinished. That's all in storage right now, climate controlled storage. Once we're ready for that, that'll go back in. One big point on that is the floor system is being put back in as it was originally, directly over the floor joists without a plywood substrate. The reason for that is it is likely at some point that this building will see water again. But with the flooring directly over the floor joist, there will be no need to remove it. It will simply dry out in time. With that happening, we'll put perimeter insulation on the foundation. In essence, the crawl space becomes part of the living space. The vault will be reconditioned. We've sandblasted it and primed it to protect it in the interim, but all of that will be restored back to its original condition, or finishes, paint, powder coating, whatever they decide. But the vault itself is its own project. And as you can see here is our entrance to the elevator. You have a small elevator vestibule and then an elevator shaft on the other side of it. And once that's complete, but as you can see, we've left the space in perfect condition. When the funding arrives, we can pick right back up with the structural framing and get this project back on the road. As we wrap up phase one here, we're really excited and proud of where we've got the building to date. We're super excited about the fun part, which is coming in phase two, and that's putting this building back together, when every day we'll see new things added in the building coming back to life. It's been a great team effort with ESHP and REG to get the building to this point. If you're interested in legacy or philanthropy, give Patty Huff at the Everglades Society for Historic Preservation. There's naming opportunities for the additional rooms for the building to be able to raise enough funds to get this building completed. And we expected it to be the centerpiece of Everglades City, and that dream hasn't died. We've had a lot of obstacles up until now, but we've successfully overcome all of those, and the hard part's really over. Once they find the funding, we'll be able to put this building back together in a quick time. So I thank you for your time, and check us out, classiccarpentryinc.com. Check out the videos. If you haven't seen the videos before this, check it out. The videos when we started pre-demolition and demolition, and you'll see the difference from where we were and where we are today.